The Empire was warned, but they entered Earth's skies.
Anyway, Admiral Zexathara adjusted her ceremonial armor as the massive dreadnought Eternal Dominion dropped out of hyperspace at the edge of the Sol system.
Behind her stretched a fleet of 200 vessels, enough firepower to glass a dozen worlds. The third moon of the gas giant they called Jupiter hung before them like a beacon, marking the outer boundary of what the Galactic Empire had designated as the Human Containment Zone. Admiral, her aide, Commander Voss approached with a datapad. "We're receiving the automated warning again." Zexthara's mandibles clicked in amusement. "Play it." The message crackled through the bridge speakers in perfect galactic standard. "This is Earth Defense Network Control. You are entering restricted space. Turn back immediately. This is your final warning. We know what you are capable of. You do not know what we are capable of. Please reconsider." The bridge crew erupted in chittering laughter. Zexathara had conquered 17 star systems in her career. She had watched civilizations burn from orbit. These humans had barely achieved faster-than-light travel 50 years ago, and now they dared to threaten the Empire? "Primitive," she muttered. "Signal the fleet. We proceed to Earth." The warning message had been broadcasting for 3 standard years, ever since the Empire had first detected the strange energy signatures emanating from the human homeworld. Intelligence reports suggested the humans had somehow weaponized their planet's magnetic field, but the Empire's scientists dismissed such claims as impossible. No species had ever managed to harness planetary-scale forces for warfare. As the fleet moved deeper into the system, passing the orbit of Mars, Zexthara studied the tactical display. Earth hung there, blue and white and seemingly defenseless. No massive space stations, no orbital defense platforms, just a handful of small ships that fled at their approach. "Cowards," she sneered. "Open a channel to their government." The main screen flickered, revealing a modest chamber where a middle-aged human male sat behind a simple desk. He wore no ceremonial armor, no crown, just a plain blue suit. The contrast with imperial regalia was almost insulting. "I am Admiral Zexathara of the Galactic Empire," she announced. "You will surrender immediately or face annihilation." The human leader, their president according to intelligence files, leaned back in his chair. His expression wasn't fear as she'd expected. It was sad. "Admiral," he said quietly, "we sent you warnings. Dozens of them. We even sent diplomatic missions to explain why you shouldn't come here. Why didn't you listen?" Zexathara's crest flared with indignation. "Your threats mean nothing to—" "They weren't threats," the president interrupted. "They were pleas. We were trying to save your lives." Before Zexathara could respond, her sensor officer called out in alarm. "Admiral, energy readings from the planet are spiking. I'm detecting massive electromagnetic fluctuations in their magnetosphere." The president stood, his face grave. "Admiral, I'm going to ask one final time. Please withdraw your fleet." "We don't want to do this." "Do what?" Zexathara snarled. "What can your pathetic world possibly—" The lights on every ship in the fleet suddenly flickered, not from weapons fire or system failure, but from something far more terrifying. Electromagnetic interference on a scale that defied comprehension. "Impossible," Zexathara whispered. On the screen, the president closed his eyes. "Computer, begin Operation Aurora." Earth's magnetosphere, that invisible shield that had protected the planet from cosmic radiation for billions of years, suddenly became visible to the naked eye. Streams of plasma, controlled and directed, reached out like the fingers of an angry god. The aurora displays that had once danced harmlessly at Earth's poles now stretched across space itself, creating a web of devastating energy. The first tendril of weaponized magnetism struck the Eternal Dominion's shields. They held for exactly 1.3 seconds before failing catastrophically. But the plasma didn't destroy the ship, it did something worse. Every electronic system aboard began to fail in cascade, as precisely modulated electromagnetic pulses fried circuits that had been designed to withstand the rigors of hyperspace travel. Across the fleet, 200 warships went dark simultaneously. "They've turned their planet into a weapon," Commander Voss gasped, staring at readings that shouldn't have been possible. "The entire magnetosphere, it's been artificially strengthened and weaponized. The power requirements alone—" Zexathara watched in horror as Earth's magnetic field lines, made visible by controlled plasma flows, began to constrict around her fleet like a trap. Ships that had intimidated entire sectors now drifted helplessly, their crews alive but their vessels completely disabled. The president's voice came through the communication system, somehow still functioning despite the electromagnetic chaos. You're probably wondering how we're still talking to you. We use quantum entanglement for critical communications. No electromagnetic interference can stop it. Zexthara found her voice. This is impossible. No species has ever weaponized planetary magnetic fields. No species has ever needed to, the president replied. Admiral, your empire conquered worlds by controlling space around them. But you forgot something important. We don't fight for space. We fight for home. And when you threaten Earth, you're not fighting a civilization that happens to live on a planet. You're fighting the planet itself. The aurora displays pulsed, sending another wave of precisely calibrated electromagnetic energy through the fleet. This time, the ship's life support systems began to fail. Your crews have approximately 6 hours of emergency power, the president said. We're transmitting coordinates for emergency evacuation sites on Luna and Mars. Your people will be treated according to galactic conventions for prisoners of war. And our ships? Will remain here as a monument, the president replied. A reminder that some warnings should be heeded. As rescue shuttles launched from Earth's moon, Zexthara realized the true horror of their situation. The humans hadn't just defeated the Empire's fleet. They had done so without firing a single conventional weapon. They had turned their world itself into a fortress that no amount of conventional firepower could breach. The Empire had warned dozens of civilizations before conquering them. But Earth was the first world to warn the Empire in return. And unlike the Empire's threats, Earth's warnings had been sincere.